Well, live from Jackie Robinson Ballpark here in Daytona Beach, Florida, it's time for Game 3 of this early season series between the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Florida A&M Rattlers on an overcast, very windy Sunday afternoon. The Wildcats took Game 2 about 45 minutes ago. That was completed after Saturday's was postponed due to rain. It was a walk-off in the 11th inning by Sergio Rivera. Cats and the Rattlers get set for the final game of the series. My name is Michael Trillo. Happy to have your company. Henson White joins me once again from the desk. Henson, here we go again. Wildcats throw out the exact same lineup as they did in Game 2. The only difference, their starting pitcher, Daniel Gaviria.
Yeah, after that electrifying end to that postponed game, now we're going to start this Game 3. Different pitchers, same lineup as you said. We're probably going to see more of the same. A little bit more offense likely in this one. Both teams were much hotter from the plate in the second game. I don't know how else to describe that, but Granger, as you said, 5.57 ERA coming into today. 5 appearances, 3 starts, 21 innings pitched, 26 hits, 15 runs and 13 earned, 7 balls and 9 strikeouts, and allowing a 300 average, and has hit 4 batters.
Yeah.
So
well, that'll be at the bottom of the first. Here's Daniel Gaviria towing the mound for the Wildcats. He's got a 4.97 ERA. He's 2-2 in 5 appearances, all starts. In 29 innings pitched, he's given up 20 runs on 31 hits, 16 earned, striking out 18 and walking 5. Opponent batting average 261, but he has not hit anybody. No wild pitches, no balks. He's a senior from Orlando. He is one of the veteran leaders for this team, the left-hander Gaviria. The first pitch is low, ball 1 to center fielder Ty Jackson. The FAMU lineup looks like this. Ty Jackson leads off. Here's the second pitch, ground ball, foul outside of third, 1-1. Adam Hader-Moda plays third and bats second. Yamikal Bastardo is the third hitter playing right. At first base, batting fourth, Sebastian Greco. Joseph Fiorini is the DH batting fifth. Fastball high, 2-1 on Jackson. Batting sixth, the left fielder Jordan Brown. Shortstop batting seventh, Jalen Miles. True Fontenot, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball low, and it's 2-2. True Fontenot moves up from 9 to 8 in his second base spot, and the only new player in the field for either team to start this game, as it's dribbled foul, third base side count holds 2-2, is the catcher for Florida A&M, Evan Badger. 2-2 the count from Gaviria to Jackson, and it's low, 3-2. Before Tanner Bocabello threw a complete game shutout of the Rattlers on Friday, Gaviria gets Jackson to foul one off. Count holds 3-2 again. The last time a Bethune-Cookman pitcher threw a complete game shutout was Daniel Gaviria last year against Longwood. He had 7 Ks, 4 hits, no walks in that game. And he also had a complete game shutout last year against Purdue Fort Wayne, so this is a guy that if he gets going can go long into this game, save some bullpen arms. But again, the 3-2 to Jackson. Ball 4 upstairs, and a leadoff walk to begin the game for Florida A&M.
I'm very excited about that leadoff walk. Was Jackson.
The batter is third baseman, number 13, Adam Hader-Moda.
Last night,
Hader-Moda, third base.
the Rattlers only had a couple hits after plating 1 in the first. But they came in this afternoon. Bats got hot. They scored 5 runs, but the Wildcats eventually tied it up and then walked him off. Foul ball bunted by Adam Hader-Moda. First pitch to him after they went back to check Ty Jackson at first. Hader-Moda, a 303 hitter, 12 runs on 20 hits, 6 doubles, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, and a 485 slugging percentage. Pitch. Breaking ball didn't break enough. Missed high, 1-1. And I think for all of these BCU pitchers as Gaviria checks the runner, now deals. Ground ball, base hit, first base side into right field. And there's 2 on, nobody out for Florida A&M.
A good piece of hitting from the Rattlers to take advantage of that leadoff walk that they got.
Now 2 on, nobody out. Remember, FAMU scored 1 run in the first yesterday. That was all they got until the 8th. First pitch low to Jan-Mikael Bastardo. It was Bastardo that scored that run in the first inning of Game 2. Came around at a Sebastian Greco RBI double. The 1-0 off the end of the bat, foul, 1-1. It looks like the Rattlers are seeing Gaviria pretty well. Daniel, not a guy that's going to strike out a ton of batters. More a pitch to contact guy, let the defense work like that one, but that one's blazed into left field, another base hit. And the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the first.
And that, you know, you don't want to start the game off. Bases loaded, nobody out. Makes it really tough for you to go, you know, try to not allow any runs to score in this first inning. You basically have to strike this guy out, then hit somebody into a double play, or you have to pitch really, really well, is what I'm trying to say.
Greco, laser beam, right field, first pitch swinging, that's going to score 1. A second one, Hader Moda's going to hold it. Third, 1-0 Rattlers. And the bases continue to be loaded as Jackson scores. Still no outs in the inning. And now, Joseph Pierini showing off his switch hitting skills. As he batted left-handed last game, he now steps into the right-handed batter's box. With the bases loaded, nobody out, 1 already in here in the top of the first. In this last game of a 3-game series here at the Jack. Colton Olison walks in, gives some encouraging words to his pitcher, Daniel Gaviria. Stares down Pierini. The first pitch to him. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-0. Pierini, a 194 hitter, well below his lofty standards. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And it's a 1-1, excuse me. 12 runs on 14 hits, 5 doubles, 8 RBIs. But he's drawn a team-high 15 walks. Slaps that one towards third. Diving stop by Vasquez. He's got no play anywhere. He goes to first, and it's not in time. Another run scores.
And he had plays everywhere and decided the pick none option.
Hader Moda scores from third. Bastardo moves to third. Greco to second. Pierini to first. 2 runs in. Bases still loaded. Still nobody out in the first. Pitch. It's low, ball 1 to Jordan Brown.
And Vasquez, I think, was just in between 3 minds. Had the play at home, had the play of the runner behind him.
And low again, 2-0.
Running to third and second and first, and just didn't pick one and ended up not getting a out.
Big swing and miss from Brown. 2-1 now. Brown hitting .304. 6 runs on 7 hits. A triple, that was in the last game. Part of that big 5-run inning in the 8th for the Rattlers. Pitch. Low again. I think the count is 3-1. The board has it 2-2. Gaviria deals, fouled away, and that rings off of the
metal.
roofless metal struts here as we still have some construction at the Jack going on. Gonna be about 3 more weeks, I'm told, till the roof is finally back on this place. We can go back up to our press box. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away, still 2-2. Jackson and Hader Moda have already scored. It's 4 straight singles for FAMU, nobody out here in the first. Gaviria deals, bases still loaded, high in the air, foul, first base side. That at home run distance, just not home run accuracy.
No.
Pitch. Check swing, strike 3 called as he rang him up on the slider, breaking inside. Finally, an out for Daniel Gaviria in the first. And
shortstop number 1, Jalen Niles.
we are approaching
The shortstop.
Event Horizon territory here, where you almost want to say, oh, well, you got it. We got the series 2-1. I mean, it's only the first inning here, but the bases loaded, 1 out, 2 already in, and 2 straight balls upstairs to Jalen Niles. Niles at .225, hitter 14 runs on 16 hits, 2 doubles and 9 RBIs. A third fastball misses upstairs, 3-0, and a pitch away from walking in another run.
If anything, you just want to have him pitch to contact and hope you can double up here.
There's a strike. 3-1. Niles was taken all the way. That one was a beach ball right down the middle. And Niles fouls one off. He came with the exact same pitch down the pipe. And now it's 3-2. Gaviria trying to battle back after being down 3-0 in the count. He shakes off a pitch from the catcher Escobar. Now he deals inside, ball 4. Oh wait, strike 3. They throw to third. He's safe. The umpire rung him up on a very soft strike 3 call. Everybody was walking towards the next base thinking they were going to score a run. And Bastardo, who was on third, had to race back to third as they almost got a double play.
Almost got.
So there's 2 away on one of the strangest strikeouts I think I've ever seen. And now, bases still loaded. Gaviria deals. Breaking ball catches the outside corner to the righty. True Fontenot, the second baseman. Fontenot hitting .288, 11 runs on 17 hits, 1 double, 1 homer, 15 RBIs. Popped it up. First base side. Colton Olison calls off Sufrain, makes the catch. And the Wildcats somehow only give up 2 runs. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left. Bases left loaded for the Rattlers. 2-0 Rattlers. Wildcats coming about here in the first on CatEye Network Radio. We go to the bottom of the first. Game 3 of this 3-game set between the Rattlers and the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. It's 2-0 Florida A&M as they first 5 batters reached for the Rattlers. 2 of them crossed the plate. And now the Wildcats will try to get it back against right-handed pitcher, the junior Jacob Granger. Granger, a .557 ERA. He's 1-1, 5 appearances with 3 starts in 21 innings pitched. He's allowed 15 runs on 26 hits, 13 of those earned. And the first pitch to Sergio Rivera is a strike right down the middle, fastball, 0-1. Struck out 9, walked 7, Bowden batting average 299. 1 wild pitch, 4 hit by pitches. And that's a ball low, another fastball from Granger. So the count 1-1 on Rivera, who had the game-winning RBI in game 1 of our doubleheader. Rivera in on the hands, pokes it towards third. Hader Mota throws him out, 1 down. And now here's Garrett Chun.
Now batting left fielder number 34, Garrett Chun.
And if you're looking for a case of deja vu with runners scoring for FAMU at the top of the frame and Cookman getting on base an awful lot in the bottom, that first out might tell you something's a little bit different.
First pitch was a ball to Chun. Here's the second one. He swings and fouls it off left-hand side. Well, in the first inning of the last game, 4 of the first 5 reached base for the Wildcats, and 4 crossed the plate in the first inning. The 1-1, outside 2-1. Time called. Granger doesn't like the baseball, throws it into his catcher, Evan Badger, who is the only defensive player besides the pitchers that is different between these two teams from games 2 to 3. And the 2-1. Breaking ball, hammered foul. Exact same spot as Chun's first attempt at it, and it's 2-2. Badger, a graduate student from Inverness, Florida, transferred from Lake Sumter State. Long look in from Granger. He deals low, 3-2, count runs full on Chun.
Disciplined approach here from Chun. We've seen a lot of that from the Wildcats throughout, both games.
And if you are just joining us for the first time here this afternoon, the 3-2, inside ball 4, Chun walks. He walked twice in the first game. And now he's got a walk, 1 on, 1 out for the Wildcats here in the first. But if you're just joining us, it is maybe as windy as I've ever seen it here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. The wind is blowing straight in from center field, gusting up to about 30 miles an hour.
Yep. We've seen pop-outs turn into foul balls. And
first pitch low outside to the designated hitter, Jose Gonzalez.
Stuff that you would usually see maybe hit the wall, end up just being a harmless pop-out to short.
Yeah, and FAMU figured it out first, scored those 5 runs in the 8th last time, that the way to get around it is just to hit line drives, because it's not going to reach the outfielders, the wind's just going to push it down. Granger's 1-0, missing with the breaking ball outside, 2-0. But we got 2 pitchers in this game with decently inflated ERA, 5.57 for Granger, 4.97 for Gaviria. So we could see some offense here in this one. Spinning a throwback to first from the righty. Chun slides in safely. He's on first after a walk. Sergio Rivera led off the inning with a ground out. 2-0. Ball barely missed his outside, 3-0. And the Wildcats have had some issues working walks in 3-0 counts. Rattlers pitchers have gotten back into it. There's a fastball straight down the middle with Gonzalez taken all the way. Ground ball, foul, right to Coach Hernandez in the third base coach's box, and it's 3-2.
Who immediately catches it.
Yeah, that was a bit of a gimme from Granger. He just pumped that one right down the middle, and Gonzalez was a bit out in front of it.
Yep.
Now the count runs full after it was 3-0 again. They check the runner at first. Chun slides back in.
As the sun disappears, not for it being dark outside, but because the clouds have covered all of it.
It's very overcast right now. The 3-2. Ground ball, third base side, diving off the glove of Hader Motor. There's no play anywhere, and everybody is safe.
Yep.
Great stop by Hader Motor, eventually from getting that one all the way to the corner. But it's an infield single for Jose Gonzalez, 2-on-1 out for the Wildcats, and here's Manny Sufrain.
The batter for the Cats, first baseman number 16, Manny Sufrain.
Gonzalez basically does what he tried to do the first time when he hit it foul and hits it in that second and third base gap. A great defensive stop from Hader Motor to stop it from going to, as you said, maybe to the wall. And since that runner was going from first, possibly stopping a run.
Meeting on the mound, head coach Jamie Shoup is talking to his entire infield about how maybe they want to play this. Sean is on second, and Gonzalez is on first after a walk and a single, respectively. We are still in the bottom of the first, as a game that was supposed to start at 1 o'clock didn't even start till 2:30 because the first game went so long. Now Shoup retreats to the bench. And the first pitch upcoming to the lefty, Manny Sufrain. He hits it foul. And it's 0-1. Sufrain batting .264, 18 runs on 14 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 10 ribbies. Second on the team in doubles only to Sergio Rivera. And the 0-1 is a ball low. Breaking ball misses the zone. That one's a bit deceptive because Manny Sufrain loves to prey on those inside pitches that just kind of hang there. But that one dropped well away. He didn't swing at it though, as the wind picks up once again. The 1-1. Big cut and miss on a cut fastball that tailed away from Manny, 1-2. Sufrain grabbed that everyday first baseman role late last season, hung on to it through the conference tournament. The 1-2 pitch, outside 2-2.
And has seen it carry over into this season.
And normally pitchers will just try and throw everything away at Manny Sufrain. Granger is one of the few I've seen this year that's battled him on that inside part of the plate. Here's the 2-2. Inside 3-2, tried to jam him up again. We talk a lot about strikeout to walk ratio, especially Coach Hernandez loves to bring that up when we talk to him. A strikeout to walk ratio of only +2 for Granger. Here's the 3-2. Foul ball. Sufrain stays alive. Whereas, Daniel Gaviria, right, 18 strikeouts to 5 walks before today. It's more of the style you want to see. Because you can't really look at ERA, especially
early in the season.
Early in the season, and also, right, you're playing a bunch of high major schools, so ERA is going to be a little inflated. Once again, the full count delivery with 2 on. Ball 4, missed it upstairs, and 2 walks in the inning, sandwiched by the Gonzalez base hit. And their bases are loaded. Chun on third, Gonzalez on second, Sufrain on first, and here's Irvin Escobar. We thought that Jorge Gonzalez might get the start behind the plate in Game 3. But Escobar picks up a second straight start. Granger walked halfway toward the first baseline to get some instructions from his pitching coach. Now he toes the rubber. Bases juiced for the Cats. 1 out here, bottom first. Big swing and miss at the changeup. And it's 0-1 to Escobar. Irvin hitting .395. But of course, he's only about started half the games this season for the Wildcats. Been splitting time with Rodriguez behind the plate. The 0-1. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Grabbed by Niles. He goes to third. And out at third. They claim that the third baseman was off the bag. 1 run scores for the Wildcats as Garrett Chun comes in on the fielder's choice. Escobar goes to first. Gonzalez out trying to go from second to third. And Coach Hernandez is going to plead his case with the third base umpire, and now the third base umpire is going to go down and talk to the other two umpires about it. But for now, Escobar's on first with a fielder's choice. Chun scores from third. Sufrain goes from first to second, and the Rattler lead's been cut in half. It's 2-1. I mean, it'll be 2-1 regardless, but it's the difference between
an out.
Yeah, 1 out in the inning or 2 out of the inning and a runner on third, which is huge. And he's out. I mean, we don't have access to replay review here at the Jags, so there was not much way that they were going to overturn that.
No.
And now here's Jose Gonzalez Fabo, runners on second and first with 2 down. Fabo batting .206, 8 runs on 13 hits, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, looking for some more right here. Granger turns and spins to throw back to second. Nobody was covering the bag, and he held on to the ball instead of throwing it into center field. Granger deals. Big cut and miss from Fabo on a changeup that drops away from him.
Yep, Sufrain had about a whole half a football field of space from him in second, and no one was covering the bag. So it just walks awkwardly back.
Granger likes to come all the way off the mound to his right and then walk back up to deliver the pitch. Here's the 0-2, fouled away, and Fabo stays alive. Fabo, unfortunately, leads this team in strikeouts with 14. But he's also been walked a bunch of times. Once again, the 0-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses low, 1-2.
Yep.
And he is very much a freshman in his approach at the plate. Wants to hit it as far as he can every time he steps up to the plate. It's been the reason for a lot of those strikeouts. Granger toes the rubber again. The 1-2. Big swing and miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And we go to the second inning of play. 2-1 FAMU over BCU here on CatEye Network Radio. After a rough first inning on the mound, Daniel Gaviria is going to try and settle in. He'll face the 9-hole hitter Evan Badger with the Wildcats down 2-1 here, top of the second. Third of a 3-game series. Wildcats trying to sweep FAMU. Evan Badger is the first run to the plate in this inning, the graduate student from Inverness. And he lines this one, a base hit over the shortstop's head, first pitch swinging. So the story continues for Daniel Gaviria. Not getting enough on these pitches, and the Rattlers are eating it up. Ty Jackson comes to bat, walked and scored in the first. One of the 2 FAMU runs. Badger on first, nobody out. Gaviria deals, turns to bunt. Pitch goes low, 1-0. There was, in the first inning, some movement in the BCU bullpen. Everybody else has sat down now. Gaviria misses inside and low, 2-0. And he has had a tough time finding the zone. And when he has, it's been pretty well over the plate, and the Rattlers have taken advantage. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball right back to Gaviria, but a foul because it came off the foot of Jackson. And he is in a heap right in front of home plate.
Yep. Hit his inner, like, near his ankle area of his leg.
He's holding his knee. Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on Twitter and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU baseball, follow at BCU Diamond Cats on Twitter and Instagram. And we will have a bit of a break as they tend to Ty Jackson. He's now standing up, fist bumps the athletic trainer and gets ready to stand back in. Facing a 2-1 count, Gaviria stands back to the rubber. Evan Badger on first after a leadoff single, the 5th hit already in the game for Florida A&M.
Yep.
And the pitch, fouled away, 2-2. The wind gusts in again, blowing things off of tables. Gaviria trying to get back in the AB, the 2-2. Ground ball, third base side, barely foul. Jackson, I don't think I got to his numbers his first time up because he was so quick. 10 runs on 15 hits, 1 double, 2 triples, 3 homers, and 11 RBIs for Ty Jackson, the senior. This is a very upperclassman-laden roster for the Rattlers. The 2-2, fouled straight back. Count holds 2-2 again. 7 seniors in the starting lineup, 2 juniors and a sophomore for Florida A&M. Gaviria checks the runner. Now he comes home with it. Big cut and miss, but he just got a piece of it. Did Jackson, and he stays alive again.
Jackson doing a great job battling at the plate.
Rubs some dirt on his gloves, stands back in. 8th pitch of the at-bat is a ball outside, 3-2. On a gray day here at the Jack, the pitch, swing and a grounder to third off the knee of Vasquez to second for the out. I'm not sure I've seen that one before. It ricocheted off of Vasquez at third, right to Cordova at second, and he gets the lead runner, Badger. That's going to go 5, 6, 4 for the putout.
Yeah. An assist, I guess. I mean, if it was intentional, very impressive. I doubt it was, but.
Hit off the end of the bat towards the right field line and foul. First pitch swinging was Adam Hayter-Mota. He singled and scored in the first. So Jackson on first with a fielder's choice. There's now 1 out here in the second inning.
Yep, another day, that's a deep fly to probably right center, and it ends up going foul.
Gavi deals. Ground ball towards third. That is a fair ball, and it's bobbled, and no play anywhere for Vasquez. It was right down the line. Would have been a tough play even if he did field it cleanly. I'm going to give a single to Hayter-Mota there. But anyway, there's 2 on and 1 out. Jackson goes to second, and here's Jan-Mikel Bastardo. Singled and was stranded on third in the first. Part of that 4 straight base hit sequence for Florida A&M. And he hits one high in the air to right field. Favo tracking it over towards the line, still going, makes the catch. Tagging up and going to third is Jackson, and there's 2 away runners on the corners. He got all of that one, and on a different day, maybe that one's in the parking lot.
Yeah.
But the wind holds it in. And now here's Sebastian Greco.
Number 33, Sebastian Greco.
With 2 down now, and the Wildcats still have not given up a run here in the second. They trail 2-1, even though they've given up 6 hits already. Breaking ball, big loping one. Misses low. First pitch from Gaviria. This is lefty to lefty. Greco singled his first time up. RBI single scoring Hader Moda. Pitch. Low, 2-0. Badger led off the inning with a single. He was caught onto the base paths in an unusual circumstances. The 2-0. In there for a strike with the slider, 2-1. Then Jackson reached on the fielder's choice. Hader Moda singled, and Bastardo flew out to right. So now 2 down for Greco, runners on the corners. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2. And Gaviria, a strike away from getting out of this one.
Yep, another jam he finds himself in.
Runners on the corners. 2 down here in the second. Pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air. Sky high center field, not deep. Ramses Cordova, the shortstop, goes back, makes the catch. And that's the inning.
For Florida A&M in the second, no runs.
No runs,
1 error,
2 hits,
left on.
and 2 left. And we go to the third, or bottom of the second rather. 2-1 Rattlers here on CatEye Network Radio.
Peter Vasquez.
Peter Vasquez leads things off for the Cats in the bottom of the second. They trail the Florida A&M Rattlers 2-1 here, third game of a 3-game weekend series here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. Michael Cirillo, Henson White talking you through this one. Swing and a miss from Vasquez on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. That one in the dirt. Actually skips past the catcher Badger. And it's 1-1. No harm, no foul on that one because nobody on base.
Yep.
Rattlers scored 2 in the first. Wildcats responded with 1, and then Cats got out of a jam in the top of the inning. Ground ball to second base. Fontenot puts it out. 1 down. So an easy ground out to start both the first and second for the Wildcats. And here's Ramses Cordova.
The shortstop.
Ramses batting in the 8th spot in this game, down from the 6th spot. He gets a call strike on the outside corner. Nice framing there from Badger. Quickly into the windup is Granger. That one's in the exact same spot, strike 2. Cordova is a .241 hitter, 11 runs on 14 hits, 1 double, 1 homer, 8 RBIs, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, barely. Ball 1, 1-2. Badger really aggressive, trying to frame these outside pitches. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. We've got some BCU players out in left field working the manual scoreboard. They're a pitch behind. Count is 2-2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Niles, easy as you like, over to first. Throw's not the best, but it's picked up by Greco, and there's 2 down. The Wildcats are making contact, But it's not fantastic contact, 2 soft groundouts.
Yep.
Olison, second base.
Here's the 9-hole hitter, Colton Olison. Hitting 196 runs on 11 hits, 3 doubles, 8 RBI. First pitch, strike, fastball right down the middle. Olison only slugging 241 with an on base of 246. And he hits this one in the air off the end of the bat to right field. Bastardo tracks it, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3, go the Cats. In the second, we head to the third. 2-1 Rattlers here on CatEye Network Radio. To the third inning we go here at the Jack. Rattlers lead 2-1, and they come to the plate. Here is Joseph Pierini, who had the 4th and final of the base hits in the first inning that saw the Rattlers plate their 2 runs, as Daniel Gaviria is still out there. His first pitch is a swing and a miss from Pierini, and it's 0-1. Pierini swings, hits it high in the air, down the right field line, going towards foul territory. It will go into the Budweiser bullpen and be foul. Count 0-2. Coming into the inning, trying to find how many total pitches Gaviria has thrown. 54 pitches for Gaviria. The 0-2. Pierini fouls it back, stays alive. As that ball,
It hits us.
almost came right to us as it bounced off the struts of the empty roof and came straight down. It's a hazard out here. Strike three. Got him looking. It did Gaviria on Pierini as a slider that caught the bottom of the zone. And there's one away. The first time that the Wildcats have gotten the first batter out in the game. Here's Jordan Brown, struck out looking his first time out. All 3 strikeouts for Gaviria so far have been looking. First pitch to Brown. Fastball caught the outer black.
Another strike. And now I don't feel so paranoid whenever all these foul balls come to our backstop.
Like that one. Fouled away. That'll go over the seats. And onto the concourse. So quickly 0-2 now against Brown, who struck out his first time up. Pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Brown. And 2 quick outs for Daniel Gaviria. Perhaps he's settled in a bit now into the third inning. Wildcats went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. Gaviria trying to respond to the Rattlers in kind. Breaking ball misses outside to Jalen Niles, who went down looking his first time up. That was the weird one where it was kind of a soft call from the home plate umpire with the bases loaded on a 3-2 count, so the runner from third started trotting home, and they almost doubled him up at third base. First 2 pitches were outside. Here's the 2-0. Outside 3-0 now. And again, 2 outs. The Wildcats start getting cute with it.
That's
And ball 4, a 4-pitch walk with 2 down, and Jalen Niles is aboard. You start getting cute with it. You got 2 straight strikeouts. You think everything's going your way, and then you
4-pitch
just
walk.
can't finish innings.
Yeah.
A 4-pitch walk. And now here's True Fontenot, who popped up in shallow right field. Colton Olson actually made that catch his first time up. They go check the runner at first. And we talked yesterday with Kelly on the hill for Florida A&M about left-handed starting pitchers and runners on first. Gaviria deals. Strike at the knees. 2 down here in the top of the third, a 2-run lead for the Rattlers. They spin and a throwback to first. Niles gets in safely. Fontenot hit 9th in the order the first 2 games of the series, hitting 8th in this one, and he swings and misses at a high outside fastball, and the count is 0-2. Once again, Gaviria has a chance to get out of the inning. He deals. Ground ball, foul outside of first.
Probably a strike there, so doing better with that, trying to work it outside and get chases and stuff, but at the same time, a good place pitch, just good contact there to keep himself alive.
0-2 again, comes inside with it, ball 1. Niles thought about taking off, but Escobar was up quickly behind the plate to dissuade him. The 1-2, this time the runner goes, ball in the dirt, it'll be a stolen base.
And that apparently wasn't a swing.
No, it wasn't a swing. I would agree with the umpire that time. So give a stolen base to Niles. He's now on second with 2 down. The count 2-2 to True Fontenot.
To be fair, we're at a weird angle. So
Runner in scoring position now. Pitch. Ground ball towards the shortstop side. Fielding and firing is Cordova in time to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the third. Wildcats down 1 here on CatEye Network Radio. It'll be the top of the order for the Wildcats as we head to the third. Sergio Rivera leads off. Wildcats trying to pull back this 2-1 deficit and try and sweep the series from the team from the highest of 7 hills up in Tallahassee.
And stay undefeated in conference play.
Yep, currently
to this point.
Currently 4-0. Rivera bunts it first base side. That's going to go straight to Greco, who takes it himself 1 down. It's an odd decision there.
The batter from BCU is left fielder.
Maybe it was just really cold. It was like I'm going back in the dugout.
Well, here's Garrett Chun, who has the only run scored for the Wildcats. He walked his first time up, then was singled to second by Gonzalez, and fielder's choiced home by Escobar. First pitch a strike, 0-1. Chun leads this team in RBIs with 21 on the season. Second pitch rather, inside, and it's 1-1. Garrett hits this one high down the line in left. That will be pushed foul and out of play by the wind. Garrett listed at 5'8", to go along with Olison and Pierini, the shorter players in this contest today. Granger's still on the hill for the Rattlers. Ahead of the count 1-2, here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. Chun stays alive. And every time he fouls one off, Garrett Chun walks all the way around from his left-handed batter's box around the catcher and the umpire and then gets back in.
Baseball players have funny rituals.
The 1-2 again. Ground ball first base side once again, right to Greco at first. He flips it to the covering Granger, 2 away. The Wildcats, after getting those runners onto the first, have had nothing since.
And it's similar to the first game, but obviously they got more runs in that first inning.
6 straight outs trying to break that duck is Jose Gonzalez, who has singled in the first. He punches it straight in the air and on the hands. Foul territory moving over. Ooh. Greco can't make the play, and he crashes into the railing in front of the FAMU dugout on the first base side. Yeah. Gonzalez was caught on the base path 6'5" after singling. And a controversial moment where the crowd on the BCU bench thought that the third baseman, Hader Moda, was off the bag and he should have been safe.
Didn't see it that way, so it was called out, and we do not have review here.
0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Nobody on, 2 out, bottom 3. Elsewhere in SWAC action this weekend, Jackson State took a twin bill from Mississippi Valley State. That's hit high in the air to left field, and that will be caught well short of the wall by Brown. And again, if the wind's not blowing as hard as it is, maybe that one's got a chance.
Yeah, that looked like that was out of there if it doesn't catch the wind as it did.
Nothing again for the Cats, and we go to the 4th. 2-1 Rattlers here on CatEye Network Radio. To the 4th we go. After that drawn-out first inning with the scoring, it's been pretty smooth sailing. Well, not really for the Wildcats. They have not had a 1-2-3 inning for the Rattlers so far. Evan Badger, the 9-hole hitter, leads off. Big cut and miss. Got a fastball in on the hands from Daniel Gaviria. Gaviria already up to 71 pitches. So not sure how long he is for this game. There's a fastball strike outside corner, 0-2. Badger singled in the first and was out on the base paths and a fielder's choice. Hits one in the air to right field. Moving over Febo. He is under it, makes the catch, 1 down.
They're probably giving the Garvia until he kind of runs out of gas. At this point, especially, you already have the series lead. It's still a close game, though, so if he gets through this fast, you might see him at the top of the 5th. But likely, if he takes a little bit longer through this bottom frame, bottom half of this fourth.
That one is laced to left field. Sean can't catch up to it. Todd Jackson, first pitch swinging again. That's going to be a stand-up double. Well, he slides in anyway. It could have been a stand-up double. Jackson is seeing this pitcher so well. He's been on base all 3 times, and now here's Hader Moda, who singled in the first, reached on an error in the second. The top of this order for Florida A&M in this early game has really victimized Gaviria, and Hader Moda chops one towards second. Cordova has a chance to set his feet, and there's 2 away. And that's the kind of contact that Daniel Gaviria wants in this kind of pitch-to-contact scenario, rolled straight at a defender.
Yeah. Hasn't been lucky enough to get that in most cases this game.
And now here's Bastardo, singled in the first, popped out to right in the second, and he hits one in the air, foul, first base side. That'll go out of play.
And that's the day, you know, Gaveria's showing the dangers of being a pitch-to-contact guy. You know, if they're seeing it well, you're already pitching for them to hit the ball, so.
Gaviria accurate with that fastball. Bastardo doesn't take, and it's 0-2, and the Wildcats once again a strike away from getting out of the inning. With a runner on second, 2 down, completely missed that one. Came out of his hand wrong, and it's in the opposite batter's box, 1-2. Jackson on second after his double. Two down in the inning. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to center field.
Catches.
Tracking it is Rivera. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. So the Wildcats work around a double from Todd Jackson. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Rattlers on CatEye Network Radio. Back at Jackie Robinson Ballpark, a 2-1 lead for Florida A&M headed to the bottom of the 4th. Manny Sufrain will lead it off for the Wildcats. And the junior Jacob Granger has retired 7 straight Wildcats after giving up a run in the first. But he has not struck out anybody since that first inning. Everything's been put in play for BCU, just not hard contact, a lot of ground balls, a lot of easy pop-ups. Curveball, strike 1 on Manny Sufrain, caught the outside corner. Granger a long look in to his catcher Badger. Now he deals. On the ground, first base side, foul, count 0-2.
Seeing it well there, just can't get his bat to it correctly. Pulls it.
We've seen Manny Sufrain in 0-2 counts a lot this season. See if he works out of this one. That one's low, 1-2. Because in an 0-2 count, a lot of times, pitchers are just going to throw something out of the zone, try and get a chase. Granger waves off a pitch. Now the 2-1. Outside, 2-2. That one was in the opposite batter's box to the left-handed hitter, Sufrain. 2-2. Inside, 3-2. And from 0-2, Sufrain has watched 3 straight balls go by him.
Great discipline from Sufrain.
And he did walk in the first. Ended up being stranded on second. The 3-2. Fouled, straight back. And it's 3-2 again. The early season standings in the SWAC East: Jackson State 3-0 in conference, Bethune-Cookman 4-0. The 3-2 again. Hit in the air to right field. Moving over Bastardo, he makes the catch. Again, Soufrain makes great contact, but the wind just pulls that one back down. And now here's Irvin Escobar. And the Wildcats got to get back to doing what they did late in that first game, which is just try and hit line drives.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get runners on. That's how you're going to move them around. Here's Irvin Escobar with one down. First pitch, a ball outside. Missed with the fastball. Jackson State has started on a tear this season. They're 17-5 overall, and 3-0 in conference play after taking a sweep of Alabama A&M. Outside 2-0. Correction, 3-0. And then, of course, they took 2 from Mississippi Valley State yesterday. Fastball down the middle, 3-1. So really, Jackson State is 5-0 in conference. Wildcats 4-0. The 3-1 in there, 3-2. And Escobar turns and talks to the home plate umpire, Brad Polk, and he says, that was inside. Polk didn't see it that way, and now the count runs full, 3-2. Foul ball off the end of the bat. The Wildcats can often, if they get ahead in counts, be too lax at the plate, almost expect walks instead of still up there fighting. Now the 3-2. Inside, hit him. And Escobar will take his base on the hit by pitch.
Now batting for Bethune-Cookman, right fielder, number 29, George Gonzalez-Favo.
Now one down, one on. Here's Jorge Gonzalez-Favo, struck out to end the first. That one left 2 runners on. Favo, who leads this team in strikeouts, trying to buck that trend. First pitch is outside and low, missed with the slider. Did Granger. Granger playing in his hometown of Tallahassee. He's a junior. And he grounds one towards third. Does Fabo, that'll go foul. As Hader Moda ranged over in foul territory to get it. In Granger's most recent start last weekend against Alabama A&M, not a great start. 5 runs on 7 hits, only went 3 1/3. This one's chopped short, softly to short. Fabo is out 6-3. Escobar moves to second, so he's on second with 2 down. And now here's Peter Vasquez, who grounded out to second his first time up.
Batter, third baseman, number 4, Peter Vasquez.
And both teams have had trouble getting out of innings late here, especially with 2 outs. So it's going to be interesting if we're going to see more bucking of that trend, as they've done a good job. Both teams have done a good job after that first inning.
Yep. Vasquez, second in the lineup in batting average. He pokes one foul first base side into the netting. Batting .319. And really has only recently starting in the field after a hand injury to Jamie Villafane, who was the starting third baseman for the early part of the year. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. 1-1.
Collective nose from the Bethune-Cookman bench.
A little bit of blue starting to peek through this overcast sky here at the Jack, as Vasquez watches one low below the kneecaps. 2-1. 2 outs here in the fourth. Escobar on via the hit by pitch. He stands on second. Again, the Wildcats have only struck out once in this game. They've been putting it in play. The 2-1. Hit in the air, left side. Brown makes the catch. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, one left. And we go to the fifth. Still 2-1 Florida A&M on CatEye Network Radio. To the fifth inning we go here at the Jack, a windy Sunday getaway game. Second of two being played today. We had to finish off the game that was postponed last night due to rain. Wildcats eventually walked that one off in the 11th to take a 2-0 series lead. But they're trailing right now 2-1. And Sebastian Greco, first pitch swinging, missed it. Pitch from Gaviria, and it's 0-1. Gaviria, that was his 81st pitch. So I'm not sure we will see him in the game too much longer. Breaking ball misses outside to Greco, 1-1. We just are starting to see some movement over there in the Wildcat bullpen. Greco in the air, right field and deep. Moving back, Febo makes the catch as the wind holds it in the yard again. Yep. That's three, two from FAMU and one from BCU that probably should have been gone, but the wind just takes it, plunks it right down in the outfield.
As I said, unless you're hitting it like 500, I very much doubt it's getting out the park today.
Yep. Here's Joseph Perini, 1 for 2. Ground ball, foul outside of third.
You know, it's a windy day when even the seagulls are having trouble flying straight as one flies around the park.
Breaking ball, strike 2 on Perini. Caught the outside corner. Perini singled in the first, struck out looking in the third. And the pitch upstairs. Check swing from Perini did not go. 1-2. But these are the situations where I'd like to see the BCU pitching staff attack more. The 1-2. He does!
Yes.
Got him with the breaking ball, strike 3. That was a beauty.
Yeah, I think that was a slider. Just comes in on that back end, backside of the plate, dips right into the bread basket, if you will, and gets that strike. Now it's already 2 outs in this fifth inning, as we have just been, for the most part, cruising since that first.
Yeah, but the Wildcats have done that before, right? They got, 2 quick outs, and then they give up a base runner, they give up a walk, and then there's a runner in scoring position.
We did that the last game. Ooh.
Hit sky high, foul, straight back. That'll land behind us in the seats.
Somewhere.
This is Jordan Brown at the plate. The count is 1-1 on him. Brown has struck out twice. Once looking, once swinging. Gaviria deals. Ground ball softly hit towards third. Charging is Vasquez, and he throws him out. And the first time this game, the Rattlers go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Wildcats looking for some offense. Down 2-1. Bottom 5, Wildcats looking for some offense. Ramses Cordova leads it off for Bethune-Cookman. They're still trailing in this low-scoring game, 2-1. We didn't think it was going to be that way after the first inning. After the Rattlers got 2 runs on 4 hits, the Wildcats responded with 1 in the bottom of the inning, and well, there's been nothing since then. Wildcats have only had 1 base runner since the first, and that was Irvin Escobar on the hit by pitch in the 4th. First pitch to Cordova was fouled away. And he fouls it again. That one in on the hands, 0-2 to Cordova, who grounded out softly to shortstop his first time up. Still only 1 strikeout of the game for Granger.
Yeah, 1 strikeout on 1 hit allowed. He's pitched really well to this point.
But 3 free passes.
Yeah.
2 walks and a hit by pitch. That one just missed outside. That was close. Cordova watches it go, 1-2.
Even though the board in the back is saying that there is no hits for VCU, we do have 1.
That one in the dirt, skips past Badger, and it's 2-2. Second one that if there was a runner on, maybe you could give it a wild pitch or a pass ball, but nothing harmful there. Cordova back in this count, though, 2-2 after being down 0-2 with 2 quick foul balls. Pitch. Cordova hits it high in the air. Right side, not deep. Moving toward into foul territory. All the way in, Bastardo makes the catch in the Rattler bullpen. And there's 1 away. Again, the Wildcats just popping these balls up into the wind, and it's easy pickings for the Rattler defense. Colton Olison comes up now. He flied out to right his first time up. Olison, ground ball past the third baseman into left field. There's a base hit. Olison makes a wide turn at first, then retreats. And the Wildcats have their first hit since the first inning.
Center fielder number 19, Sergio Rivera.
Back to the top of the order now. 1 on, 1 out. Finally a base hit for Olison. He was hitting just 190 before that. Now Rivera watches strike 1. A fastball blazed past the outside part of the plate. Rivera grounded out to third to open up the game, then led off the third with a bunt that went right to the first baseman Greco for a 3 unassisted. And the 0-1. Breaking ball drops low, 1-1. And Coach Hernandez preaches it all the time. There are some good starting pitchers in this league. If you can get to bullpens, you can eat them alive. Wildcats have not done a good enough job chasing Granger from this one. Spinning a throw back to first, Olison dives in. Nobody moving in the FAMU bullpen. Nobody even thinking about standing up over there. Granger's only at 64 pitches right now. This one's hit in the air to right field shallow. Jackson moves over. And it's actually the right fielder, Bastardo, who comes in and makes the catch as that ball was drifting all the way over there.
Yep.
So it's 2 down with a runner on first. Again, it's just wasted at bats, right? To pop one up. Correction, 77 pitches for Granger. I didn't say 64. That was before the inning started.
Yeah.
But yeah, you keep popping it up like this into this wind. Doesn't matter if you've made solid contact. There's solid contact into right field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. First pitch swinging for Garrett Chun, and there's 2 on and 2 outs. So 2 base hits in the inning for the Cats. But again, they got to do it with 2 down. Here's Jose Gonzalez, who singled in the first. Flied out to left in the third.
Hitter number 21, Jose Gonzalez.
With the potential tying run and Colton Olison waiting on second. And what have I said all day, Henson? Line drives.
Yep.
Garrett Chun just took one, put it right back where it came from into center field.
Yeah. Get some line drives, or you don't want to intentionally bloop single, but this is definitely the kind of weather you'd want.
First pitch, fastball outside, missed it. Gonzalez ahead in the count, 1-0 on Granger.
And to the defenders' credit for both teams, they've done a great job of tracking this ball in this wind. No one's really lost one fully all game.
The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. We saw one last night where Garrett Chun raced all the way over and flipped over that short chain link fence down the left field line that separates the foul pole end of the home run fence from the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Granger walks again all the way off the mound to the right. Now he toes the rubber. Count 2-0 on Gonzalez, and it's inside and it hit him. Got him on the shoulder guard. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Second hit by pitch of the game for Granger.
The batter is first baseman number 16, Manny Sufrain.
So now Olson on third, Chun on second, Gonzalez on first. Here's Manny Sufrain, who walked in the first and flying out to right in the fourth. And one of the things that Manny Sufrain will have to watch out for is he is the team leader in walks, 25 walks on the season, because a lot of opposing staffs just don't want to challenge him as head coach Jamie Shoup goes out to talk to his infield, just trying to probably calm everybody down. No threat of a pitching change with nobody warming up in the bullpen.
And you probably want Sufrain to push something out here instead of pulling, just because, you know, this wind's really going to catch it. Regardless, if he hits it hard and high, it's going to get caught.
Yeah.
So you want him to hit it hard, but hard at the ground.
Here is the best chance for the Wildcats. With 2 outs, they've worked single, hit by pitch, and are now set up with the bases juiced. And Manny Sufrain up at the plate. Chance to tie or take the lead here, down 2-1. Shoup retreats to the first base dugout. The home plate umpire, Brad Polk, gets back in. Sufrain stands into the left-handed batter's box. And the first pitch from Granger, swinging a foul ball, sky high, out of play, left side.
Shot it to the moon.
And again, I think the one thing that's missing from Sufrain's game is the ability to just take that outside pitch and poke it the other way. The shift is on, so there's a big hole on the left side. Inside, and it hit him. Got Sufrain on the knee, and this game is tied. Olson scores from third. Chun goes to third. Gonzalez goes to second. It's a second straight hit by pitch, and we are tied at 2.
And that's a great job by Sufrain, just staying calm and composed as the ump talks to the catcher. And they might be talking about, you know, those 2 guys getting hit back to back.
There's the thing is, there's no intention there.
Yeah.
And there's not really any loss of control there. It's just he tried to jam up 2 hitters and missed inside. Ground ball back up the middle, fielded, flipped to second. That ends the inning. First pitch swinging from Irvin Escobar. But they get a run, 2 hits, no arrows, and they left the bases loaded. It's 2-2 as we head to the 6th right here on CatEye Network Radio. To the sixth we go. The Wildcats have rallied to tie the game at 2, and with 90 pitches to his belt, Daniel Gaviria is still out there on the mound to start the 6th inning, and he will face Jalen Niles. First pitch, breaking ball, strike, caught the outside corner to the righty Niles, who struck out in the first, walked in the third, was stranded on second. He pops this one up on the infield right-hand side. Manny Sufrain gets called off by Colton Olison, who actually makes the catch. He is the field general out there, Colton. Anything on that right side of that infield, and sometimes even in the outfield, he goes and gets.
Second baseman number 7, Drew Fontenot.
And it would be very impressive if Gaviria gets out of this without pitching 100 pitches.
That one's a fastball strike down the middle. First pitch to Drew Fontenot. Fontenot popped out on the infield to end the first, then grounded out to short to end the third. He bats here with 1 out in the 6th. The count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. It is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. And Gaviria has just kind of grown in confidence as the game has gone on. Here's the pitch, ground ball, foul. Third base side, count holds 1-2. He had that rough first inning where he gave up those 4 straight hits, gave up 2 runs. Then he settled in, hasn't given up anything since. Pitch. Ground ball, softly hit towards second. Olison on 1 hop, fields across, and there's 2 down.
And part of that's down to his excellent defense behind him. They've been playing really well, even in these windy conditions, and for both teams. Outside of a few errors on third base for both teams, but they've done a good job of fighting through these conditions.
1 error in the game for the Wildcats. First pitch a bit high to the 9-hole hitter Evan Badger. He singled in the first, flew out to right in the 4th. Outside again, 2-0 to Badger. Badger, taller player, listed at 6'2". There's a strike at the letters. 2-1. Gaviria working really quickly, and he misses up and away. 3-1 now. As the sun pokes through the clouds here at the Jack. 3-1. Hammered into left. Going back, Chun. He will watch it go over the fence, but it's foul.
That's the first ball we've seen get that much distance on it.
The wind has died a tiny bit, and Badger got 100% of that one and just pushed it foul.
Just foul.
Down the left field line. That close to taking the lead. The full count delivery. Swing and a miss! Got him! Gaviria turns and pumps his fist to the dugout. And if that's the end for Daniel Gaviria, he has recovered quite well after a shaky start. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Nothing doing for the Rattlers there. Still 2-2 here in the CatEye Network. Jorge Gonzalez Fabo leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for Bethune-Cookman. Tie game at 2 as the Wildcats look to sweep the Rattlers here at home this weekend. Jacob Granger deals. Smacked. Fair ball found the third baseline. That's going to get all the way to the corner. Fabo jigging for second. And he will be there with a stand-up double. How do you like that from the freshman?
Fabo almost takes out the umpire who calls it fair before falling backwards. Great piece of hitting there. That is other than a home run, that is pretty much the perfect place to place it.
Yeah.
He's basically on that foul line.
Right down the line. I think it hit the chalk on the line and skipped into the corner. And now, with the first time today the Wildcats have the leadoff man aboard, here's Peter Vasquez. Watches the first pitch low. Corner's really far in for the Rattlers, almost expecting bunt because the Wildcats do this a lot. If they get the leadoff man on, they'll try and bunt him across. Corner's in on the infield grass. Pitch. Ground ball into the glove of the runner of the first baseman Greco, and he throws to second, double play. That's incredible.
And at the end,
Greco leaped to snag that ball, and then Fabo was caught in no man's land.
and if the corners aren't in, that probably gets down. Just unlucky.
And now there's 2 away. Line drive, base hit, first pitch swinging for Ramses Cordova. And if that's not a double play, that gives the Wildcats the lead because Fabo could have scored from second on that one.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, with the corners in, where the ball was going would have been the perfect place.
Yeah, I mean, Vasquez pulled it down the first base line. Just a terrific play by Greco to leap and grab it. That was going to go all the way to the corner.
Yeah.
And we may be seeing a pitching change here as Coach Shoup signals to his bullpen. Granger is being talked to by Badger, who's gone out to the mound. And we will see if we have the first pitching change of this game. The Wildcats have opened up the bats a little bit. They started with a double down the left field line by Jorge Gonzalez Fabo. Then Vasquez lined into a 3-6 double play to kill any momentum the Wildcats had. Then with 2 outs, Ramses Cordova, first pitch swinging, knocked a single to left. And now here's Colton Olesen. He singled and scored in the 5th to tie the game. First pitch in the dirt. Granger still on the mound. And
Coach Shoup just signaled to his pitcher to take his jacket off.
yeah, start warming up in earnest. The 1-0, breaking ball outside 2-0. That was pretty close to the zone. Colton watched it go by. Olesen flew out to right to end the 2nd. Then he singled in the 5th, and it was eventually walked in by 2 hit-by pitches given up by Granger. The 1-0. Sky high, third base side, that will make the seats.
Or will fly
Over the seats. Yeah, I thought that was destined for the grandstand to the left, but wind again. I'm not sure how many times we can mention how much is deflecting play today. Here's a 2-1 to Olesen. Breaking ball off the end of the bat, sky high down the right field line. Bastardo giving chase. He makes the catch in foul territory to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. And we go to the 7th inning. Wildcats had a chance there, but it's still 2-2 on CatEye Network Radio. For the first time in the ballgame, there is a new pitcher on the hill. Daniel Gaviria's day is done, and in his place is the junior righty Dylan Dudonis, making his 4th appearance of the season. And he will be thrown right into the fire as Ty Jackson stands in. Top of the Rattlers order. Big loping breaking ball catches the zone for strike 1. Jackson walked and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second, and doubled in the 4th. And he squares to bunt. Pulls it back. Breaking ball goes low. Dudonis with that bright blue glove on his left hand. From the stretch deals. Fastball, chopped towards short. Cordova charging. Backhands, fields, fires in time. 1 away. And Ramses Cordova, after committing a couple of errors in the first game and one in this game, he has gobbled everything up that's come his way over the last 4 innings or so. Here's Adam Hayter-Moda. First pitch to him. That big breaking ball missed somewhere. Not sure where, but it's ball 1.
Missed? Question mark.
And the pitch. Ground ball towards short again. Fielded on a hop by Cordova. In time, 2 down.
And I think everyone is cold.
Yeah.
And we do not want to watch any balls anymore. We are just going to swing and see what happens.
Here's Gianmichael Bastardo, 1 for 2, single RBI style of the first, and flied out to right, or center, excuse me, twice. Pitch from Dudonis, popped it straight up in the air. First pitch swinging on the infield. Escobar, the catcher, calls everybody off, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rattlers. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 2-2 here on CatEye Network Radio.
In 5.
New pitcher for Florida A&M as the starter Granger is done. This is Cody Williams, the junior right-hander from Rockmart, Georgia. This is his 2nd appearance of the series. He pitched in the Friday night game, went 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit, 1 run, struck out 2, and hit 1 batter by a pitch through 1 wild pitch.
Overall on the season, he's a 7.59 ERA guy. 1 win in 10 appearances. 1 save as well. Very interesting sheet overall. 10.2 innings pitched, 16 hits, 13 runs, 9 earned against him with 8 walks and 13 strikeouts, allowing 333 on him.
The first batter to face him is Sergio Rivera, top of the Wildcat order. Looks at a strike at the knees, and it is 0-1. The sun, which peeked through the thick overcast cloud cover here, has quickly gone away again. Pitch. Fouled straight back, 0-2.
I was ready that time. I put my hand up to catch it.
You got to remember that there's a net in front of us.
No, I'm not.
You're safe unless the ball goes over the net. So if it's straight back at us, it's fine.
I appreciate your unflinching resolve.
Here's the 0-2 from Williams, and it's in the dirt, breaking ball 1-2. That was part of the 7th inning on Friday in which the Wildcats scored another run, but the Rattlers went through 4 pitchers in that inning. Couldn't get anybody to throw strikes. Pitch. This one hit high in the air to right field, or sorry, left field, down the line, moving in. Brown makes the catch in foul territory as the wind pushed it all the way over there.
The wind pushed it from possibly getting out to, as you said, in foul territory. Went from possibly around a 3.
I'm not sure how much we can restate.
Yeah,
if you pop one up, I don't care how hard you've hit it, it's staying in the yard.
Yeah. You have to hit basically a laser over the wall to get a homer here.
Garrett Shun fouls a first pitch back from Williams. Williams did get 2 strikeouts around the hit by pitch and the run scored on Friday. And his 0-1 delivery to Chun is a breaking ball. Strike on the outside Black. And Chun down 0-2. Jose Gonzalez waits on deck. Chun walked and scored in the first, grounded out to first base side on the third, then singled in the 5th. Ground ball, foul. Outside of third, and we'll do the 0-2 again. That was the 5th inning that Colton Olison came in to score. That was the first of the carousel for the Wildcats. Olison, Chun, Gonzalez, Sufrain all got on base. The 0-2. Fastball misses low and away, 1-2. Garrett trying to continue his hot weekend here at the dish. The 1-2. Sky high, left field, not deep. Brown moves in, and he makes the catch. There's 2 down. 2 quick ones, both pop outs to left field.
And though he's working quick, is Williams still slower than the Wildcats pitcher, who only had 6 pitches in that in his first frame.
Jonas worked very quickly. Now with 2 down, here is Jose Gonzalez. Jose singled in the first and was hit by a pitch in the 5th, then flied out to left in the 3rd. He watches a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Gonzalez hitting a team-leading .329 on the year as he watches a slider miss up and in. And it's 2-0.
Back to this patient approach that we were used to seeing, and then we've kind of gotten away from.
Check swing. Yes, he went on a ball in the dirt. 2-1. Out of the hand from Williams, that looked like it was going to cross the plate, and it just died in front of the zone. And it's 2-1. 2 quick outs in the inning here in the 7th. Pitch. Popped up. Foul behind the plate. Wildcats looking for a series sweep. Trying to remain unbeaten in conference play, currently 4-0. After winning 2 against Mississippi Valley last weekend out in Mississippi. 3rd game of that series was rained out. That'll be made up when the Delta Devils come here. We'll play 4 games over those 3 days. Pitch. Off the end of the bat, flared into shallow left. The shortstop, Niles, ranges back to make the catch. 1-2-3. Go the Cats. We go to the 8th. Still locked at 2-2 here on CatEye Network Radio. to the 8th inning here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark as we get one last taste
Leading things off for the
of
Rattlers,
winterish weather here
Yeah.
as we have dipped into the 50s, wind still gusting hard in from center field. Sebastian Greco leads off. Second inning of work for Dylan Dudonis after he got the Rattlers to go 1-2-3 in the 7th. Breaking ball misses low, and it's 1-0 to Greco, who singled in the first, popped out to short in the second, flew out to right field in the 5th. Greco, fly ball, left field, down the line. Sean giving chase, it will go foul.
And he has the power that would have, on a different day, as we've been saying this whole broadcast, on a different day that might be out of here, but it's just not gonna happen today unless you hit it basically dead center.
Yeah.
But no one's been able to do that yet.
Yeah. Well, Greco does lead this Rattlers team in home runs with 5. Count 1-1 on him. Dudonis, the righty, deals. Ground ball towards second base. Diving attempt by Olesen, and it gets past him. They were playing the shift on the other way, and that one's a seeing eye single. And the first base runner for Florida A&M since the 4th inning. And leadoff man aboard for the Rattlers. Here's Joseph Perini, who moves from the the right-handed batter's box to the left-handed batter's box now to face the righty Dylan Dudonis. This is Dudonis' 4th appearance of the season. Spikes one into the dirt. First pitch, ball 1. Started off really well against FIU in that win for the Wildcats here at the Jack. Went 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. Struck out 2. And pitched in a loss against Florida. Pitched 3 innings there. Perini, foul, left-hand side, out of play. And the count 1-2. And then he pitched 4 innings against Jacksonville. Another great outing. Only gave up 1 run on 1 hit. It was the home run. Struck out 4. And Dudonis, along with Joel Corey, are a couple of names been floating around for this Wildcats team that could be in line to grab a weekend spot as this season goes along. Big cut and miss at the cut fastball. And it's 1-2 on Pierini.
Yep.
Dudonis, as well as Corey, one of the Wildcats in this rotation with a true 4-pitch mix. Ground ball foul. We saw the 12-6 curve there. He's got a slider, the fastball, and then a cutter that will dive late away from lefties and into righties. Pierini, of course, the switch hitter in the left-handed batter's box. Greco on first after the leadoff single. The 1-2. Ground ball softly hit right back to the mound, and that'll be essentially just a sac bunt as 1-3 goes the putout. Greco advances to second. More 1 down, here's Jordan Brown.
And in a game where both teams really can't get their offenses going, something like that is needed. Get a sac bunt, something of that nature. Just get the runner in scoring position. And you've seen the wind pick the ball up, so maybe now you might try to just get 2, high sac flies and try to get them home.
First pitch to Brown. Breaking ball. Catches the zone on the inside corner to the righty. 0-1. Brown struck out twice in the first and the third, and grounded out to third in the 5th. His 3 plate appearances in this one. Still 2-2 here. Top of the 8th. That's another nice curveball that slides into the zone. 0-2. Dudonis trying to make this a hat trick of strikeouts against Brown today. 2 by Gaviria earlier on. He hangs that right hand down all the way to his thigh. Now he comes set and deals. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider. And there's 2 away. 3 strikeouts today for Brown.
Is that the golden sombrero? Isn't that what they call it? Or is that 4?
I have no idea. Usually a hat trick is a good thing.
Not.
I mean, I guess for the pitching staff it is. Here's Here's Jalen Niles, struck out in the first, walked in the third, popped it up on the infield in the sixth. Pitch, breaking ball. Another curveball in there on the hands for strike one.
And 3 strikeouts on one guy means that whatever your game plan was for that guy really worked. You know, that's what you planned for in practice and all that stuff, and it worked really well in game.
It also means you're getting ahead in counts. Pitch, slider misses outside 1-1. You're getting ahead in counts. You're forcing the batter to protect, foul some balls off, and eventually just get one by him.
Yep. Or you're throwing such good stuff that he can't, and hard to hit, or he doesn't feel.
Dudonis over-rotated on a fastball, 2-1.
A little bit too much to the right, but doesn't feel like it's comfortable to hit that one, so just let it go looking. So overall, good job by the Cookman pitching staff.
The wind gusting in again. Pitch goes back to the breaking ball and misses. Not sure where that missed, but it's now 3-1. That looked like the exact same pitch that was called a strike earlier.
Yeah. Look dead center to me, so ump has a better view than we do.
3-1 pitch. Dudonis goes for the fastball, misses outside, ball 4. And now there's 2 on with 2 out. First walk given up by Dudonis in this outing, and it'll bring up True Fontenot, who's 0 for 3. Popped out to end the first, grounded out to short to end the third, and then grounded out to second in the sixth. The trips to the plate for the second baseman Fontenot. Lowered his .288 average that he came into today with. Rattlers threatening here with 2 down in the 8th. Greco on second after a leadoff single, then after a ground out. First pitch is strike to Fontenot. After a swinging bunt by Pierini, moved him to second. Jordan Brown struck out, then Niles walked. Talk about getting ahead in counts. It's so important. Pitch, breaking ball, on the ground to second. They go to second base to get the outs. And that'll do it. The Wildcats work out of the jam, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, 2-2 here at the Jack on CatEye Network Radio. Manny Suffrain leads off the 8th inning for the Wildcats.
After a walk-off in the last game, you don't want to have to go to another walk-off. You want to handle your business here in the bottom of the 8th and then just have to pitch 1 frame.
Williams still on the mound for the Rattlers. Gets a strike call, fastball at ease. And it's 0-1. Suffrain walked in the first, was hit by a pitch in the 5th, and then flied out to right field in the middle of that. Spiked by Williams, nowhere near the plate, 1-1. Nobody in the FAMU bullpen standing up right now. This is Williams' game. The 1-1. In the dirt again. 2-1.
Sufrain is probably the most disciplined, one of the most disciplined hitters that I've seen in this lineup.
I would say him and Irvin Escobar probably the two. Sufrain watches a breaking ball clip the outside corner, 2-2. And I think we mentioned earlier in this game that there's a line between disciplined and just watching stuff go by. The 2-2 again. Ground ball toward the shortstop. Moving to his left, Niles. He will throw across the diamond in time. And there's one away. Now, Sufrain tried to go the opposite way with it, like we've been saying he needs to do, but that time a good ranging play from the shortstop.
Yep. Shortstop was kind of shifted where that gap normally would be and just pushes it right to him. Usually that would be a good base hit for him, but just unlucky there.
Here's Irvin Escobar now. 2 fielders' choices today for Irvin. Fouls one off, and it's 0-1. And then was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. Got an RBI as Chun scored on that fielder's choice. 0-1. In the air, right center. Moving in Bastardo. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
And normally that ball is in that right center gap, and it just stays in the air and floats over to the right fielder to make it basically a pop out for him.
Yep. And now here's Gonzalez Fabo. Struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 4th, and then doubled down the left field line in the 6th. That led off the inning, but he was unfortunately doubled up after Greco caught a line drive. And he was thrown out trying to tag at second. First pitch, breaking ball strike to Fabo. And it's 0-1. Williams trying to work quickly here. He came in the 7th, got the Wildcats to go 1-2-3.
Looking to do it again here.
Fabo fouls it off, 0-2. If the inning continues, it'll be Peter Vasquez on deck. Or we'll head to the 9th in a tie ball game. And after we've already had extra innings once today, the 0-2, Fabo chops it, fair, third base side, hard charge from Hader Mota. He has no play. Well,
basically
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
A single little dribbler right down the third base line in no man's land. Hader Mota wasn't playing bunt, and he couldn't catch up to it. Now here's Peter Vasquez, who lined into that double play in the 6th inning when the Wildcats thought they might have had something going.
He's going to claim that was definitely a bunt the entire time, guys, and kind of gets lucky. Now finally the Wildcats have a base runner.
First pitch to the lefty, Vasquez is a slider, misses low, 1-0. Lot of space on the first base side if Vasquez can pull it that way. He lifts it in the air to center. Moving on, Jackson. He makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we go to the 9th inning, still tied at 2 here at the Jack on CatEye Network Radio. Defensive substitution for the Wildcats as we move to the top of the ninth. Sergio Rivera goes to right field. Gonzalez Febo is replaced by Figueroa, who goes to center. Daniel Figueroa now playing center field, and the 9-hole hitter starts the ninth for Florida A&M. Evan Badger. Dudones deals. Misses with the breaking ball upstairs. 1-0. Badger singled in the first, but was caught on the base paths. And then he flied out of the fourth, struck out in the sixth. And he lines one foul, and it's caught on a line by the bullpen catcher for the Wildcats down the third base side. Unfortunately, that is not an out.
Yeah. Joel Core.
Joel Corey. I don't think he'll pitch today. Breaking ball. Doesn't catch the top of the zone. 2-1.
Corey. Called him Core. My bad.
Corey has been the midweek starter the last couple of weeks and performed very well.
Yeah.
1-2. Misses with the fastball. Missed his spot. 3-1 now. Correction, that was a 2-1 pitch. It is now 3-1. Dudones in danger of walking the opening batter here. Misses upstairs, ball 4. And Badger is on for with a walk. And the go-ahead run on base with nobody out for Florida A&M. And it's back to the top of the order for Ty Jackson, who walked and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second, doubled in the fourth, and grounded out to short in the seventh. He was the first batter to face Dylan Dudones when he came in that seventh inning. And Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to bcuathletics.com and click on Shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's bcuathletics.com. And click on Shop. Well, we are officially in spring sports mode here at Bethune-Cookman as basketball wrapped up at the CBI yesterday, falling by 1 to Arkansas State in the first round. Ty Jackson stands in. Dudones deals. Jackson turns the bunt, bunts it. Foul right at home plate. That's strike 1. And if it's in a tie game here, no out, runner on first, go ahead run potentially. I don't hate just bunting.
Yep.
Trying to move the runner over. The 1-0 from Dudones. Jackson turns the bunt again, fouls it off again. And now it's 0-2. And you got to be careful here if you're Jackson, because if you bunt it foul, that's a strikeout.
Yep.
So he'll probably swing away here, just try to protect the plate. Dudones toes the rubber. Looks back, Badger at first base, now comes set. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Just trying to get a swing out of Jackson, and it's 1-2. Great job by Irvin Escobar back there to prevent it from going to the backstop. 2-2 ball game here in the ninth. Runner on first, nobody out in the form of Evan Badger after a leadoff walk. Dudones kicks and deals the 1-2. In the air, right side, down the first baseline, all the way foul out of play. There have been a lot of foul balls over the lifetime of this ballpark that have been potential outs, but have found their way into the Budweiser bullpen, little seating area behind the road bullpen down the first baseline. Yep. So it's just allowed strike, count holds, 1-2. Dudones checks Badger and deals. Breaking ball, chopped toward third. They go to second for 1. On to first, no play there. But they do get the lead runner. Evan Badger is out 5-4. And a fielder's choice for Ty Jackson, his second of the game, puts him on first with 1 down.
And a good slide there to make sure that that play couldn't come to first, possibly double up Jackson.
And now here's Hader Moda. Singled and scored in the first, reached on an error in the second. And then 2 straight ground outs to short in the 4th and 7th, respectively. Spin it a throwback to first. Jackson is in there. Ty Jackson, 1 stolen base this season. This is not a Rattlers team that steals a lot. The most steals they have on the team is 3. They check over to Jackson again, and he's in there standing up. Ty's not taking that big of a lead off the first base bag, maybe just 3 or 4 steps. Still no pitches have come home to Hader Mota. 1 out, top 9. 3rd straight check over to first. And now, if this was the major leagues, if they throw over there again, he would have to be out or else he would get second base for free. No such rule here in the college game.
And no pitch clock either.
Well, there is a pitch clock. It's being kept by the base umpire, Dudonis. Got to be careful of running afoul of it, and he does. And so there's a ball without a pitch being thrown. So now the count 1-0.
That's funny. There's no way to bring it up, and he immediately.
Well, all the pitchers in today's contests have been throwing
pretty fast.
So fast that it's never really come up. And even Dudonis now, but he's been so worried about that runner on first. Now it's a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Throw back to first from Escobar. Jackson slides in safely. The count is 2-0 now.
With that ghost ball from running afoul the pitch clock.
Dudonis pitches. Breaking ball, catches the zone, 2-1. On a gray Sunday afternoon, early spring here in Daytona Beach. Breaking ball fouled away, and it's 2-2 off the end of the bat from Hader Mota. Adam, of course, was really the only offense the Rattlers had on Friday. They got shut out 6-0. They had 2 doubles, but only 2 other hits for the Rattlers, both of those in the 9th inning when the Wildcats held on to win. The 2-2. Ground ball towards second base. Olesen to his left. He goes to second to get the lead runner. On to first. Not in time. It's another fielder's choice. And so now there's 2 down with Hader Mota on first. And here's Jan-Mikel Bastardo.
Right fielder number 23, John-Michael Bastardo.
Bastardo singled in a run in the first. Was stranded on third in that first inning. Then popped out twice to center field. And then once to the catcher right at home plate. And the first pitch is a ball in the dirt. 1-0. Wildcats trying to keep this game tied at 2 and eventually have a chance to walk it off in the bottom 9. The first 3 batters for the Wildcats in the 9th, assuming no pinch runners, would be Ramses, Cordova, Colton Olesen, and Sergio Rivera. Breaking ball, popped sky high on the infield. Cordova moving in, calling off everybody near the pitcher's mound. Squeezes it for out number 3. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. 2-2 here at the Jack. Wildcats trying to walk this one off for the 2nd time today here on CatEye Network Radio. To the bottom of the ninth we go, a 2-2 ball game. And Henson, we are unfortunately staring down extra innings potentially again here today. As the first game today, we started in the 6th, resuming the game from Saturday, went all the way to the 11th inning before the Wildcats walked it off. And Ramses Cordova comes to the plate, first batter to face Cody Williams in a 2-2 game in the 9th. Williams starting his 3rd inning of work, and the prize is ground ball, base hit left side. Past the glove of Niles and into left field, and the leadoff man is on. Potential winning run for the Wildcats.
Any sense of deja vu?
Maybe.
For the Cats, second baseman number 2, Colton Olison.
In the first game, it was 8-9-1 that eventually won it for the Wildcats. And here we got 8-9-1 with the leadoff man aboard. They try to catch him stealing, and he's now on a run down. And that's one out in the inning. Unbelievable. Wow. Cordova got caught in a rundown in no man's land between first and second. And there potentially goes the Wildcats' best chance. One down, nobody on. Here's Colton Olison, who's flied out to right twice, singled and scored in the 5th, the second run the Wildcats got. I am shocked that they stole him first pitch without Olison trying to bunt him over.
Yeah, he did, but it was out of reach for him to bunt, so he just kind of pulls back. But then just, you know, since he doesn't commit to it, the catcher was unimpeded and just throwing it up to the second baseman.
Pitch. Ground ball right in front of the plate called foul. And the count will be 1-1. Olison trying to give the Wildcats a fighting chance here to walk this off in the 9th. After Ramses Cordova led off with a single but was caught stealing on the first pitch to Olison. Williams deals. Upstairs, ball 2. A correction, 3-1 the count, not 2-1. Williams at the belt, throws it right down the middle, and the count runs full 3-2.
It's a little bit too patient there.
Now, even a 3-1 count, that one was a beach ball. Now the full count delivery. Hit in the air, left field, down the line, foul. Got good contact on it.
Yeah.
It was a fastball up and in, and Olison turned on it. Blazed it down the left field line, but it hit that little chain link fence that separates the outfield wall from the clubhouse. And the count holds 3-2. Top of the order behind him. Sergio Rivera waits on deck. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, called it by the umpire as Olison watches it go by on the inside. It was a breaking ball. And there's 2 away now, and here's Sergio Rivera.
Fielder number 19, Sergio Rivera.
Rivera 0 for 4. He's put the ball in play every time. Grounded out in the first. Bunted out in the 3rd. Flied out to right in the 5th. Flied out to left in the 7th.
Cannot say he's not trying.
Ground ball foul outside of 3rd. First pitch swinging for Rivera. 2 outs in the 9th, nobody on. 2-2 ball game here at the Jack. Staring down the barrel of extra baseball. The pitch is a slider that misses away, 1-1. 1-1. Squaring to bunt. Rivera bunts it foul straight back. And it's 1-2. Rivera's tried to do that once already today. Put the bunt down with nobody on and nobody out in the 3rd. And just bunted it straight at the first baseman, Sebastian Greco, who took it himself.
Yep.
But now, Cody Williams a strike away from getting out of this inning that started with so much promise for the Wildcats. And it's in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Cordova led off with a single to the left side and then was caught stealing on the first pitch to Colton Olison, who went down looking. And now here's Sergio Rivera in a 2-2 count. The right-hander Williams at the belt, rocks and fires. Popped sky high on the infield, moving back towards the net, and it's caught by Badger. 1-2-3 go the Cats. No runs, one hit, nobody left. And we go to the 10th inning of play. Still 2-2 here at the Jack on CatEye Network Radio. For the second time today here at the Jack, we have extra baseball. Sebastian Greco will lead off for Florida A&M. The Rattlers have had the first batter on base each of the last 2 innings. Greco led off the 8th with a single, and then Badger walked to start the 9th, but the Wildcats, and specifically Dylan Dudonis on the mound, has worked out of it both times. Low, slow curveball. Ball 1 to Greco. Singled in the first, popped up on the infield in the second, flied out to right in the 4th, fastball up and away, ball 2. And then singled in the 8th to lead off. Was pushed across to second on a swinging bunt by Joseph Perini, but was stranded there. Popped sky high foul straight back. We're in the 10th inning, but this game only crossed the 2-hour mark about 10 minutes ago. So it's moved at a pretty brisk pace. Breaking ball outside, 3-1 from Dudonis. It just feels like we've been in it forever because we played 6 innings of last night's game, and the ball 4 inside. And for the 3rd straight inning, Dudonis puts the leadoff man aboard, second time with a walk. And the go-ahead run on first with nobody down. Here's Joseph Perini. The Wildcats got out of it last inning with a couple of fielder's choices. And now, a lot of these Rattler hitters are seeing Dudonis for the 2nd or 3rd time. Joseph deals. Perini bunts it. First base side, it's a beauty. Soufrain flips across to Olison in time, 1 away. But the runner does advance. The potential go-ahead run on second with Greco. And now here's Jordan Brown, who's, correction, pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Rattlers, number 6, Brody Popple.
Brody Popple, the catcher in the first 2 games of this series. Stands in the left-handed batter's box. Dudonis deals. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. The go-ahead run on second. With 1 out, there is a pitcher warming in the Wildcat bullpen. Righty to lefty, here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him, 2-0. You can see Johnny Hernandez standing in front of the dugout. When will he pull the trigger on Dudonis? A base hit potentially gives the Rattlers back the lead. The 2-0 to Perini, and he swings and misses at a slider. Correction, this is Popple. And it's 2-1. Popple, the redshirt sophomore out of Tallahassee, swings and chops it foul straight back, and it's 2-2. On the season, Popple batting .257. And he's facing a 2-2 count now with Greco on second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. The ball is loose in the dirt. Throw to first, and it's dropped by Soufrain. Going to third is Greco. He will be there. Okay, so they're saying out at first. I'm not sure why. Soufrain dropped the ball.
Unless he didn't touch the bag.
Everybody confused a little bit. They're making Greco go back to second. So we're saying Brody Popple strikes out, and he's out 2-3 on the throwdown. They called interference at first base, so that gives the Wildcats a bit of a gift.
Shortstop number 1, Jalen Niles.
After they made a bit of a mess of that one, did Ervin Escobar and Manny Soufrain, and the first pitch is a wild one from Dudonis. It hits Jalen Niles, and now there's runners on first and second with 2 down. Although the math doesn't really change at all.
Yeah.
All the Rattlers need is the one on second. That brings up True Fontenot. 0 for 3 with a fielder's choice in the 8th is Fontenot.
The only difference now is that you can't play around with maybe, a bunt and a pinch as...
And Coach Hernandez calls for a timeout, and that might be the end for Dylan Dudonis. We will see. Joel Corey, the freshman, is warming up down there. I thought we wouldn't really see him because they might be saving him for Tuesday night against South Florida when the Bulls are in here. That's a 7 p.m. first pitch. We'll have that one for you here on the CatEye Network. No signal to the bullpen yet, just a conference on the mound with the entire infield. Come be a part of BCU Athletics and support the CatEye Network. If you or your business is interested in partnering with us here on the CatEye Network, you can reach out to the Wildcat Athletic Communications staff at bcusportsinfo@cookman.edu. That's bcusportsinfo@cookman.edu. And Dylan Dudonis is staying on the mound to face True Fontenot. He's put the ball in play every time. Pop out, ground out, fielder's choice in his 4 appearances today. 2 outs in the 9th. Go ahead, run on second. Pitch low and outside. Dudonis is another one where his most consistent pitch has been that slider/curveball. The fastball he's been a bit wild with. Here's the 1-0. He goes with the curve, and he misses it low. 2-0 now.
This is a good pitch. Just now, the hitters' disciplines come back into play, and no one's swinging at everything anymore.
Dudonis throws back to second. Greco is there. Nobody was really covering the bag. Kind of a half-hearted attempt to get Greco, who led off with a walk, was bunted over to second. And then the strikeout of Popple means there's 2 outs. Pitch in there for a strike fastball at the knees. And then Niles walked after Popple struck out. So 2 walks in the inning, no hits. But the Rattlers only need 1 now in a 2-2 ball game in the 10th. The 2-1. Breaking ball, chop foul, and it's 2-2. Dudonis a strike away. He's gotten 2 strikeouts already, 1 on Jordan Brown, 1 on Brody Popple. The Wildcat bench gives him a slow clap. He hangs that right arm down. Now he comes set at the waist. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball towards short. Cordova racing over, throws to second. In time to get him by half a step. Oh, that was close. What a play by Cordova to move to his non-glove side and throw across. No runs, no hits, 2 left, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. Still 2-2 here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. To the bottom of the 10th we go, still tied at 2 here at the Jack. Garrett Chun leads off for Bethune-Cookman. One defensive substitution for the Rattlers. Brown has been replaced in left field by Ben Kim after he was pitch hit for by Brody Popple in the top of the inning. Cody Williams still on the mound, pumps a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Pitch number 40 for Williams right there. And as a reliever, this is a decently long outing. Here's the 0-1. Caught the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 0-2. Garrett Chun doesn't really agree. He stands back in. Chun 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored today. 0-2, swing, line drive, base hit to left field. Past the reaching glove of Hader Mota. And once again, the Wildcats have the leadoff man on with a chance to win. They did it with Cordova in the 9th.
Don't steal.
And he was caught stealing.
Don't steal. Just have a discipline at bat, try to work a walk.
It was almost the exact same hit, too.
Yeah.
Other way, left side. Past the diving glove of the infielders, and now here's Jose Gonzalez. Spin and a throw back to first, and just like the Wildcats were in the both the 9th and 10th, the Rattlers going to be very wary of the runners aboard. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss.
Oh
Runner
my
goes,
gosh.
throw down to second. He is safe.
Oh, thank God.
The throw beat him there, but the tag was not applied by Niles.
Yeah.
And Coach Shoup is out to yell at the first base umpire, Landon Davis, who made that call. Coach Shoup not happy, but Garrett Chun, now the potential winning run on second.
Yeah.
Now a single by Jose Gonzalez means that he would score. And here we go again. Runner on in extra innings. We did this earlier today.
Runner on second in extra innings. Now we just need, what was it? I think it was an out?
Yeah, with Daniel Figueroa being run home by Sergio Rivera's base hit from second. Nobody out in the 10th. Wildcats trying to sweep the series, and now here we go again with Coach Shoup walking out to talk to his pitcher, Williams. Nobody warming up in the pen, so this is just try to settle him down, and he has been very good since he came into the 7th. Has only allowed 2 hits. 3 hits. The 2 leadoff singles to left, and then the 1 little swinging bunt from Gonzalez-Fabo that nobody was ready for.
Cardiac Cats, they followed me from basketball, and now this would be if they...
I don't think you understand. Cardiac Cats is a mindset shared by every team at this school.
This is the athletics program.
Yeah.
You need a shirt. But this would be their 5th walk-off win already this early in the season.
Including the 2nd today, if they were to get it. Garrett Chun, who scored all the way back in the 1st inning at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. It is now 4:58. And we've been out here since noon when the 2nd game of this series was resumed.
Have people telling me I haven't left from my spot.
Ground ball left side. Bobbles by the shortstop,
Safe.
And he can't make the play. Everybody is safe. Chun does not advance. Gonzalez there on the error. He tried to barehand it.
Yep.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Garrett Chun is not the slowest guy in the world, but I would not be surprised to see an A.J. Smith pinch run here, just with his speed to try and get him in from second on a base hit. Here is Manny Sufrain.
And now you have to pitch at Sufrain here.
He squares to bunt, taps it down the third base side. Runners go. The play is at first, and he moves the runners over. Chun on third. Gonzalez on second. And here is Irvin Escobar, a chance to give the Wildcats the win.
And baseball is such a funny sport. Sufrain comes back into the bench celebrating after getting out, but he did exactly what they told him to do as his catcher.
Now, I wonder if they're going to walk Irvin here, so a play would go to so they get the force at home. Now, because right now, if he hits one in the infield, they'd have to get the tag at home. Oh, and Chun doesn't even have to go if he thinks there's no play. If they walk Escobar to get to, well, it wouldn't be Jorge Gonzalez-Fabo because he's been defensively substituted. It would be whoever's hitting behind him. And then there would be a force at home and a force at every base, potentially get a double play to end the inning.
And
they're not going to walk him. They're going to pitch to Escobar. First pitch, swinging, fly ball, pop up on the infield. In foul territory, Greco makes the catch. Worst case scenario there for the Wildcats. And now they're going to need a base hit to win it.
If it just has a little bit more distance, you know, even if it's foul, but just foul deeper, you're fine. Or at least the ball would probably be allowed to drop so Chun can't tag up. But
here is Daniel Figueroa.
Now they might go for the walk.
Scored. Yeah, they might go for the walk here, but Figueroa was the pinch runner who scored the winning run off the Rivera single in the first game today in extra innings. I think Coach Shoup is just checking to see that the substitutions are correct.
Yeah.
The way Wildcats did it is a bit weird because they moved Rivera to center and then put Figueroa in, and yeah. So it's going to be Daniel Figueroa. They once again will not go for the intentional walk. They don't really need to because there's 2 outs in the inning. A play at first ends it. Pitch. He squares to bunt, pulls it back, ball 1 high. Not sure that's the play here with 2 outs.
It's certainly an option, hypothetically. I don't know.
The 1-0. Cody Williams trying to get his team to the 11th. Here's the pitch. Squares to bunt. It is low, 2-0. Again, a walk doesn't end the game here because the bases aren't loaded.
Yep. That might be why they didn't walk intentionally, just to allow him to, if he gets in a 3-0, just, hey, walk him. You don't have to worry about it.
Williams lets that right arm angle down. Now he comes set. Pitches. Inside. 3-0.
And now don't really have a reason to swing here.
I'm sure Figueroa is taking this one all the way. Here's the pitch. It's a strike at the knees. It was close, but it's a strike, and now 3-1. Again, if I'm Figueroa, I'm mostly taking here unless it's a beach ball. Here's the 3-1. Outside ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Peter Vasquez.
Now batting for the Cats, third baseman number 4, Peter Vasquez.
Vasquez had the chance to potentially give the Cats the go-ahead in the 6th, but he lined into a double play. A chance to right the wrongs here.
Yeah.
Chun on third, Gonzalez on second, Figueroa on first. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. First pitch, a breaking ball strike at the knees.
Base hit anywhere wins the game.
Middle infield playing way deep to try and catch anything on the ground. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball strike down the middle, and it's 0-2. And now Williams, a strike away from getting out of the bases loaded jam and sending us to the 11th inning. From the stretch, the pitch. Check swing, no swing, the call. As the ball hits off the chest protector of Badger behind the plate. And it's ball 1, 1-2 the count. I thought he almost fouled it off there.
Yeah.
1-2, bases juiced, bottom 10. Williams gets the signal from the bench. Now he comes set. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And the inning is over. A big scream from Williams as he comes off the mound. And the Wildcats lead, the bases loaded. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left. And we go to the 11th. We're still playing baseball here on the CatEye Network. We go to the 11th. After the Wildcats had a chance to win in the 10th, they left the bases loaded. Evan Badger leads off, and it's a new pitcher for Bethune-Cookman, Joel Corey, the freshman out of Central Point Academy, making his 6th appearance of the year. First pitch is strike. We talked about the 4-pitch mix from Budonis. Corey's got it as well. He's got the nice run on the cut fastball. Quickly into the 0-1. Drops the breaking ball in, ball though. And it's 1-1. Badger singled in the 2nd. Ground ball foul right at home plate. And it's 1-2. Struck out in the 6th, walked in the 9th for Badger. On the season, Joel Corey has a .237 ERA, 5 appearances with 3 starts. And he spikes one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. In 19 innings pitched, he's given up 5 runs on 11 hits all earned, striking out 16, walking 11. He's given up 3 doubles, a triple, no homers, and opponents are just batting 164 against him. And Joel deals, swing and a miss. Strike 3, as down goes Evan Badger, his 2nd strikeout of the game.
Solid performance right out of the pen.
Rattlers center fielder number 19, Ty Jackson.
Joel Corey is one of those names that's been thrown around. If you get a performance dip from somebody in a weekend starting spot, he maybe could slide into that role as just a freshman. Fastball, strike 1. Ty Jackson back to the top of the order for FAMU. Walked and scored in the 1st, fielder's choice in the 2nd. Doubled in the 4th, grounded out in the 7th. And a pitch goes low, 1-1. And he reached on a fielder's choice, but then was caught out on the bases, and another fielder's choice in the 9th as the Wildcats survived that scenario. Corey likes to work fast, but he's gotten 2 straight pitches way low. Count is 2-1 on Jackson. He works quickly again. And that time he snaps the fastball right in there, 2-2. Joel shakes off a pitch, looks at his wrist, now winds and deals in the dirt.
3-1.
And that's, no, it's, 3-2, full count.
Oh.
But
We
that,
just they have not updated the board at all.
no, board's way behind. 1 out in the 11th. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul, 3rd base side. Count holds 3-2. The one thing that Corey really does need to improve on is his walks. 10 walks, 16 strikeouts. Still a positive ratio, but a little bit too many for someone who could command a starting spot. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. When he pumps that fastball in there, he's got a better velocity than most pitchers on this Wildcats staff, and the Rattlers have not adjusted to it yet. A little bit behind. We continue to play in a full count here with Ty Jackson at the plate. Corey, ball 4 in the dirt. The walks have not come back to hurt the Wildcats yet, but they have put them in some precarious scenarios in this game.
Yeah.
3rd baseman number 13, Adam Hader-Moda.
And here's Hader-Moda, 1 down in the 11th. Throwing over to check on Jackson. Ty Jackson has been on base 5 times tonight in 6 plate appearances. Pitch. Breaking ball, doesn't find the inside corner, 1-0. Hader-Moda has been on base 3 times in 5 plate appearances tonight. A single, an error, a fielder's choice, and 2 groundouts. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. We are still deadlocked at 2 and have been since the 5th inning. That one's lined down the first base line. It will be foul, barely. If that one lands in fair territory, the Rattlers take the lead, because by the time that landed, Ty Jackson was already midway to 3rd.
Yeah, around 2nd.
The count is 1-2 on Hader-Moda. That was about the loudest strike you could imagine. Swinging a check back to first. Jackson scrambles in. Joel Corey deals off the end of the bat into right field. That one is going to drop in for a base hit. Grounding second, going to 3rd is Jackson. He'll be there standing up. And the Rattlers have the go-ahead run at 3rd with 1 out. And here is Jan-Mikel Bastardo, singled in the 1st, but has 4 straight pop-outs since then. 2 to center and 2 on the infield. 1 caught by the catcher, 1 caught by the shortstop.
Now batting right fielder number 23, Jan-Mikel Bastardo.
Coach Shoup for Florida A&M calls for time. And he's going to talk maybe some strategy to his runners on the infield. Adam Hayter-Moda on first after his single that moved Ty Jackson to third after his walk. Evan Badger opened the inning with the strikeout. Now, I would not be surprised if they're discussing a potential of maybe a double steal here. You send Hayter-Moda to second, bait the throw, and then send Jackson home.
Yeah, Northwestern did that against the Wildcats when they played them, and it worked well.
The Wildcats have done it to a couple of teams, including FIU and North Florida. Big spot for the freshman Joel Corey in a 2-2 game in the 11th inning. Runners on the corners, one down. What do you have in the locker, young man? Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball one. He's been a little wild. The 1-0. Breaking ball slider misses outside. That was pretty close. No call forthcoming from home plate umpire Brad Polk. 2-0. Line drive, base hit, first base side, and the Rattlers have the lead. Jackson trots in from third. Hayter-Moda goes to second, and it is 3-2 Florida A&M.
And the first run since the 5th inning.
And this is exactly how it happened in the first inning to start off the game, right? Walk, single, single. And it was these players as well. Jackson walked, Hayter-Moda singled, Bastardo singled, Greco singled, Perini singled. We are replaying history here. And here is Greco. It is 3-2 Florida A&M. The first time the Rattlers have scored since the first inning. Corey gets him to chop one foul, the count 1-1. Now, the objective is to just get out of this inning with only a one-run deficit and see if you can do something in the bottom of the 11th.
Yep.
First and second, one out. Pitch. Breaking ball strike outside corner. Count 1-2 on Greco, who's been on base 3 of 5 times tonight, 2 singles, a walk. Popped out on the infield and flied out to right his other 2 times up. Here's the 1-2, way outside, 2-2. Florida A&M trying to win at least one of these games on the weekend. Wildcats took the first 2. Way outside again as Corey misses the zone. 3-2. Wildcats have one arm warming in the pen. A walk would load the bases with one down. Here's the full count delivery. Swing and fouled straight back. And if Greco lets that go, that's ball 4. It was upstairs and away.
Yeah.
But he was protecting the plate. And we'll do the full count delivery again. Corey checks the runners, deals. Big cut and miss. And down on strikes goes Greco, and there's 2 down. And now it'll be Joseph Pierini.
The batter for the Rattlers, designated hitter number 2, Joseph Perini.
Perini struck out twice today. Single in the first, struck out in the 5th and 3rd. And then has had a bunt and a pretty much bunt to move runners over. He swings, chops it foul into the Rattler dugout. In the 8th, he moved Greco from first to second with a swinging bunt. Then he moved Greco from first to second in the 10th with an actual bunt. But with 2 outs here, probably not going to bunt this time. Pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner.
0-2 count.
It's that little cutter that tails away from lefties. Corey stares in. Trying to get out of this inning and give the Wildcats a fighting chance. He pitches one outside. Garbage pitch in the opposite batter's box. Pierini doesn't take at it. Now the 1-2 count. First and second. The pitch. Swing and a miss! Got him with the fastball in the dirt. and Pierini goes down. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Corey, but 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. Wildcats need 1 to survive and 2 to win here on CatEye Network Radio. To the bottom of the 11th we go. Wildcats need a run, down 3-2. It'll be 8-9-1. Ramses Cordova leads off. And he will face Cody Williams, who is in his 5th inning of work now. 55 pitches for Williams. And the first pitch of this inning is fouled straight back by Cordova. Ramses 2 for 4, grounded out in the 2nd, flied out to right in the 5th, singled in the 6th, singled and was caught stealing in the 9th. Fastball outside and low. Count 1-1 here. And the pitch, breaking ball, misses inside to the righty. 2-1. Inning number 22 of baseball played here today at the Jack. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 3-1 now. And for the most of today, it has been overcast, cold, and extremely windy. A long day out of the ballpark. The 3-1 sky-high foul first base side, and it's 3-2. Cordova trying to put the leadoff man aboard for the Wildcats for the 3rd straight inning. And he fouls another one off. Lots of baseballs lost to the graveyard of both Orange Avenue and the St. Johns River.
Yep.
Once again, the full count delivery.
Oh.
Little flare toward short, caught by Fontenot. And there's one down.
Second baseman number 2, Colton Olison.
And now Colton Olison, who is 1 for 4. Singled and scored in the 5th. That was the Wildcats' last run. Flied to right twice and struck out in the 9th. First pitch to him, curveball, strike. 0-1. A loss would drop Bethune-Cookman's conference record to 4-1. Still a good start to conference play, but they would lose their tie for first with Jackson State. The 1-1 to Olison. Breaking ball, missed it. And it's 2-1. Williams from the stretch. There's a fastball in the zone, 2-2. Other games today in the SWAC. Alabama A&M State beat Alabama A&M 7-0. Olison off the end of the bat into center field. Moving on, Jackson. He leans in to make the catch. Baskets it down by his knees, and the Rattlers are 1 out away.
Some other scores. Southern trounces Alcorn State, always Alcorn State, 19-4 for a home game for Alcorn. Grambling State demolished a lot of blowouts today. As that's 0-1.
Yep, first pitch a strike to Sergio Rivera. Last chance for the Wildcats, down 3-2 in the 11th.
Grambling State won 17-2 and Texas Southern won 17-3. Much closer baseball here in the JAC.
We've said it for a long time that the 4 best teams in this conference are all in the East. Bethune-Cookman, Florida A&M, Alabama State, and Jackson State. Jackson State and Mississippi Valley State has not reported their final score yet, although Jackson is up 2-0 in that series. Slider misses away. 2-1 the count to Rivera. 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th. Wildcats down 3-2, bases empty. Cody Williams trying for the 5-inning closeout here. And he gets Rivera to swing and miss at a fastball upstairs, and they're 1 strike away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cody Williams comes set, deals a curveball that misses well away, and we will do the full count delivery. The junior from Rockmart, Georgia, looks across to get the signals. Has the wind whipping at his back as it's been all day. Here's the pitch, fouled straight back off the hands.
And that was a ball that he swung at.
Yeah, but you gotta protect.
You gotta protect.
It was up and in. Rivera punched it straight back, foul off his hands. We'll do the 3-2 again. Williams deals. Strike 3. He didn't even offer at it. The slider went right through the middle of the zone, and that's the end of the ball game. 1-2-3 go the Wildcats in the 11th. Florida A&M defeats Bethune-Cookman 3-2 in the 11th. And even though the Wildcats won that series 2-1, that one hurts. They had the bases loaded in the 10th and could not push a run across.
No, just couldn't get the clutch hitting that they needed there and lose out in the 11th inning after winning in the 11th inning a couple hours ago.
For Florida A&M, 3 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error and left 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on base. And for Bethune-Cookman, they got 2 runs on 9 hits. Also committed 1 error and left 12 on base. The winning pitcher is Cody Williams. The losing pitcher is Joel Corey. A long day of baseball here at the JAC. 22 innings as the Wildcats got the walk-off win in the second game, but could not put it all together in Game 3. A disappointing end to this series. The Wildcats fall to 12-10, 4-1 in conference play. The Rattlers increase to 9-15 and 4-2 in conference play. That'll do it for us here at the JAC. For our entire CatEye Network crew and my analyst Henson White, my name is Michael Torillo. Thank you for listening. We'll be back on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. for a midweek game against the Bulls of South Florida. Till then, hail Wildcats, and we'll see you then.